To provide the right level of support or supervision to the mentors you work with, my colleague Paul Stokes and I have generated some stages for mentor development to help you. Let me share them with you now. First of all, the Novice Mentor. A Novice Mentor is someone who may be new to mentoring. This doesn't mean they're untrained or unskilled, but they have relatively little experience as a mentor or of participating in a live, dynamic human mentoring process. Whilst there will be a number of development agendas for the Novice Mentor, one of the most important functions of the supervisor at this stage is to ensure that mentoring is operating in a way that's congruent with the aims of the program. This quality assurance or audit function really has two main purposes: to check the mentor's ability as a mentor, that they're using the key skills of acceptance, empathy and congruence with their mentee, and to also bestow scheme credibility in the eyes of the sponsors. With this level of mentor development, most supervision occurs through running small focus group activity for the mentors at regular intervals during the mentoring program duration, and really reviews how the mentoring's going and to provide further education. Facilitated discussion in these groups will check progress around the program aims and objectives, ensure the mentors are adhering to the type of mentoring that the program is advocating, and have a largely educative input to equip the mentors to move up to the next stage of their development. The second stage is that of the developing mentor, and this is where the mentor has some experience of mentoring under their belt and understands the rules within their particular scheme or context. They can use a recognised mentoring model or process, and they'll have an awareness of some of the skills and behaviours required by an effective mentor. However, this knowledge is still basic and their comfort zone as a mentor is still fairly limited and confined to really a small repertoire of behaviours. At this stage, the developing mentor needs to start to identify other ways of mentoring so as to expand their effectiveness. The supervisor may therefore need to pay more attention to supporting the mentor in their process development and in recognising the dynamics within a mentoring relationship. Some schemes where it's feasible provide one-to-one supervision, using the scheme organiser or bringing in an external supervisor. Challenges with this level of supervision can include the capability of the organiser, particularly if working with a mentor on a one-to-one basis, and the availability of the mentor to participate in the supervision. Due to logistical and budgetary constraints, most formal programs still use small focus group activity to supervise mentors at this stage, or they begin to bring in peer discussion and reflection. The third stage of development is the reflective mentor, and this is someone with a fair amount of experience as a mentor. They're probably aware of most of the different approaches to mentoring theory and practice, and are now in the position, on the basis of their experience of mentoring and or being supervised, to begin to critically reflect upon their own practice and to further develop their skills and understanding of different mentoring approaches, drawing from other mentors and from their own supervisor. One of the important aspects of effective supervision for the reflective mentor is that the supervisor is able to demonstrate empathy and insightful reflection to the mentor. There are two changes in focus here. Firstly, the supervisor is focusing more on the mentee and the work of the mentor, whilst at the same time encouraging the mentor to begin to recognise how the mentor's own experiences, including those as a mentee or supervisee, are beginning to impact upon their mentoring work. Secondly, the supervisor is supporting the mentor to develop his or her own internal critically reflexive capacity. The final stage of development is the reflexive mentor. The reflexive mentor is someone with considerable experience as a mentor and may even be a mentor supervisor. They have developed sufficient self-awareness to critically reflect upon their own practice and to identify areas for their own development. as well as being more competent in detecting and using their own feelings within mentoring conversations to inform their practice. They are, however, astute enough to recognise that there is nevertheless a need to continue with their own development and to understand the dangers that lie in complacency in terms of rigidity of approach. In this sense, the reflexive mentor needs supervision to assure the quality of their helping skills and to prevent blind spots or damage being done through arrogant or careless interventions. For the effective supervision of a reflexive mentor, the supervisor would need to be a highly competent, flexible and experienced mentor themselves, as the range of supervision required might range from very gentle support when a problem occurs as a spot mentoring transaction, or conversely adopting a strong critical position in order to challenge the potentially complacent mentor-supervisee. And don't forget your mentees. The mentees also benefit from regular group support during a program to ensure they're using their mentors in the most effective manner and to give them a safe space in which to reflect on the process of mentoring they're experiencing. Developing mentees is critical in producing a skilled mentee who's in the driving seat and can get the most out of their mentoring experience. So I hope this has been useful for you to understand the different stages of mentor development and how you can adapt your supervision at each stage.